Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. My name is Matthew, and the purpose of this video is to continue the case study that I've been doing over the last month or so, where I'm using leads provided by a service called My Lead Gen Secret, and I'm promoting offers from a platform called ClickBank. Now, just as a starting point, I'm going to run through the results that I've got so far. But just as a starting point, a couple of disclaimers to make before I go into the different platforms. The first thing is that this is a long-term project. So, what I often see if somebody joins My Lead Gen Secret under my affiliate, for example, right? Often they will stay for 1 month and then they will leave. You really can't do that with My Lead Gen Secret leads. The reason that I say that is because, number one, it is cold traffic. So you're dealing with people who don't know who you are, who haven't ever communicated with you before. Yes, they're interested in making money online. Yes, they're interested in potentially what you're going to offer them. But at the same time, they don't know you, right? And so because of that, you need to keep in mind the fact that they need some time to warm up to you. They need some time to get used to the type of products that you're going to be offering. And they need some time to kind of think about whether or not this is a good option for them to get involved in or not, right? So with all of that said, you need to keep in mind that it is a long-term project. And the second reason is because you're only getting 100 to 200 business opportunity seeking leads a day, right? Now, if you decide you're going to get more than one account, it will go a little bit quicker. In fact, it'll go quite a lot quicker. I decided to get 5 accounts, and as a result, my results took a few months to start becoming consistent. But once they started becoming consistent, as I will show you shortly, then the results start coming fairly predictably over a period of time. The other thing to note is that this is a good opportunity for you to make additional income, but this is not something where you're now going to suddenly be able to quit your job and, suddenly start doing something completely different, right? This is not what I would call life-changing income, certainly not at the start, right? So you need to keep that in mind and keep that perspective and know that it is a good opportunity for you to start generating some extra money. But it's not going to be something where you can now suddenly all of a sudden change your life in the course of a month, right? So for me, I made that decision to get 5 accounts, number one. And number two, it took me probably 6 months to start seeing some relatively consistent results with those 5 accounts. Once you get those consistent results, then the results, they do start to come fairly predictably, as I said, right? So that's the first thing to mention. And the second thing to mention, which came up for me this week, is you're dealing with real people here, guys. So with that said, you need to understand how people think, right? And you need to understand that as much as, so I've been promoting a product, I promoted the live chat jobs for quite a while. And it's a really nice product because number one, it's recurring if someone purchases. So they're going to be paying you month after month after month after month. But the second thing is it's a reasonable, every time they're paying you $20 odd, right? So I mean, that's reasonable for the type of products that you will sell to My Lead Gen Secret leads. That's the thing that you need to keep in mind as well, is you're promoting to, people who, very, very few people have had any sort of success in promoting high ticket items, right? So generally you'll be looking at something that is less than $50. Generally, I would say even less than $30. And what you can count on sometimes is you can count on people who will purchase upsells. So they will purchase a $15 or $20 product, but then sometimes they will do a couple of upsells which are maybe worth $50 to $100. So I think my biggest upsell that I had with My Lead Gen Secret Leads was about $80 to $90, right? So you need to keep in mind, number one, that these guys are real people, right? And so they can get tired of an offer. So if you send them the same thing every day for 2 weeks, and you're not seeing results, then you need to think about whether or not you should change your offer. So I'll show you this just now, but for a period of time, I was reluctant to change my offer. And then I decided about 5 to 7 days ago that I was going to change my offer because I wasn't seeing as consistent results as I would like. And even though it would result in consistent recurring commissions, if I wasn't getting any sales, I wasn't going to get any recurring commissions anyway, right? And so with that in mind, I decided to change over to another offer, which is the write-up reviews offer, and I started again to see more consistent results. Okay. So with that in mind, keep in mind that the people, the leads that you're promoting to are real people, that they can get tired of an offer, that you need to keep in mind whether or not they are likely to be tired of the offer, and change accordingly as things move along. All right. So that's something that I learned as well over the course of the last week. Something else that's important is to change up your emails. I mean, these ClickBank offers have pretty good emails, but if you can change them up, if you can make things just a little bit different every now and then, then you're likely to see better results than if you just use the same thing every single day in terms of the same swipes that are provided to you, right? So that's all of that said, right? Now, let me just again quickly show you how my lead gen secret works. I'm not going to send the emails today, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So here is my account. And so the important thing with my lead gen secret is to be consistent, right? To be consistent, to make sure that you are sending out your emails every single day. And if you do, people will keep seeing you in their inbox, and eventually you will get some sales, right? So here is kind of your dashboard. And then if you want to send an email, you would just go here to the mailing system. You would send the email out there. You can see I still need to wait a few more minutes to send out my first email for the day. That's where you put the subject line. This is where you would go and select your leads. You can see that I've got 85,000 leads in this account. And this is where you would send out the emails from. And here is the subject line, as I said. So with all of that said, right, that's how the My Lead Gen Secret platform works. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump over to ClickBank and show you some stuff over there. Okay, so before I jump into my actual ClickBank results, this is the page where you can get all of your email swipes for the specific product, the write-up reviews. So you can see over here you've got different emails, and here they generally have different landing pages as well. The only thing that you need to do here is you need to put your own ClickBank ID, just remember that. But you can just replace your ClickBank ID there, and then you can use the same link and use it for the different offers. What I often do find is that the landing page does make quite a big difference, right? Sometimes if you use the same landing page for every single time you send an email, even if the email is different, sometimes that can get people to become, again, a bit bored or a bit kind of feel like they're getting the same thing every day, and then they end up not looking at your emails at all. So change things up, try and use different landing pages. As I said, you can often do that just by looking at these emails. These emails will often have different links for each email that relate to each email, right? So you can often find the different emails there. You could see even here, like this one is make 150, this one is just a normal landing page. So they change it up as according to the different emails that you send. Okay, so with that in mind, let me quickly jump into what's going on from a results perspective. I've actually been quite happy with how things are going, and I'm going to jump straight from here into my account, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. So you can see I've been fairly consistent in terms of the results that I've been getting. You can see that there was a little period here where I didn't get anything. But overall, if you look at the results, I'm like really happy with these results actually. I've been getting between, I mean this week isn't over yet, but I've been getting between $50 and $60 pretty much every single week, right? And so I've been really happy with that. I feel like the results are consistent. I mean, that's if you're getting what $60 a week, that's between 250 and $300 that you can expect to get per month. And again, for me, that's a reasonable income. That's something that I would be happy with. And so, with all of that said, I'm getting into profit with my lead gen secret, which is great, quite significantly now. And I'm getting these consistent results, which is really great. So again, if you look at this, this is my results over the last little while. We go to the reporting. You can have a look at that in a bit more detail. Even if I look at like the last week or so. All right, so you can see that this is actually converting really, really well, right? So since I started with the Right Apps Reviews product, I've had 9 people. So call that just under or just over 1 in 100 people. Or it actually is 1 in 100. 1 in 100 people that click on this link go to the order form, and 50% of those people that go to the order form actually make a purchase, right? So, I mean, that is really, really impressive. It's really good. It speaks to, again, it speaks to the fact that it probably are mixing up the order forms a bit, which I think is great. Compared to if you look at something like this with the live chat jobs, 737 people clicked on the link, but only 1 person went to the order form. So you can see here that you're getting some really good results and really good traction with the Right App Reviews. And my general sort of learning from this has been, even if you've got a product that is recurring, even if you've got a product that's going to pay you more, if you're not getting sales, change up your offer. Change it up to something smaller, right? Change it up to something different. Just give what I often find with these products is often the very next day that I change it from when I change up my offer, I find that I get a sale. So if I change it to something new, people get a different look at something, and then I'll generally go back and I'll see that I've got a sale, right? So that is sort of a good guideline. But my guidance would be here for this project is if this is something that interests you and you can see that the results are coming and you can see that it's going to be a good way to make some additional income. My goal is to start doing $100, $200 weeks, which I know is definitely possible. I just need to keep building up my leads. I need to keep sending emails. Because previously I was making $10, $15 a week, sometimes nothing a week, right? Now you can see I'm making between $50 and $60 a week, right? Get that up towards 100. So you can see that it's continuing to increase and continuing to grow. I've also remained consistent with one platform. I've stayed on ClickBank. That's not to say that's the only option. Like a lot of people succeed with my lead with Warrior Plus. But I stick to ClickBank, and I find that if I stick to that one platform, then a lot of things from the communication that I send out to the type of products that are offered, because these are all products where you kind of need to do something. It's like a live chat job. It's a social media job. It's a Right App Reviews job. They're all similar types of jobs, and so you have similar types of people showing interest in those jobs. Whereas, if you are mixing it up with like Warrior Plus and ClickBank, like that can work, and it does work for many people. But often if you see that, then you see that people are, sometimes you're promoting a service, then suddenly you're promoting this AI thing, then suddenly you're promoting traffic. So sometimes it can be a little bit all over the place and can confuse people. What you really want to do is think about, if you are one of these people that got this email, would you open it and read it? Would you show interest in it? Or do you think this person is so confused, they don't know what they're promoting, I'm not even going to bother opening it, right? So my secret is get involved in My Lead Gen Secret as early as you can. Get multiple accounts. Start with 3. If you want to do 4, great. If you want to do 5, great. But, start with something that you can afford. But start building up your leads, because you need to be prepared to invest in this for a period of time, right? You're not going to suddenly just start seeing miracles happen. It took me a month to see my first sale. It took me probably 3 months to see my second sale, but then the sales started coming consistently, right? I would love to work with anyone who wants to get set up with My Lead Gen Secret. Anyone who wants to start seeing results using this platform, and wants to start seeing their accounts grow. So for example, like I was looking at my total earnings a while ago, a day or so ago, right? My total earnings now for My Lead Gen Secret for ClickBank has now gone over $500. It's almost $600 now. For the last month, right, I think I've made over $300. And I'm consistently bringing in like $50 to $60 a week, right? A month and a half is probably closer to $400. So that's the last month and a half. I've been with ClickBank for the last year and a half, right? But I haven't, it wasn't like for the last year and a half every day I've been on ClickBank. It's been more over the last month and a half that I've consistently decided I'm going to use ClickBank as my platform. But the point is that the results will scale, right? You just need to be prepared to put in that little bit of effort to start with, to start growing your list, to start communicating with people, to start sending out those emails. And then, the results will start taking care of themselves. So don't expect immediate results. Be prepared to put the work in. Be prepared to grow your leads. And then you'll start to see the results come. And again, I would love to work with anyone who is interested in either starting a online business for the first time, and maybe this is a good option for you to start practicing compiling emails and crafting messages, or for someone who wants to just add something additional to their income streams. Maybe you want additional leads to promote your specific offer to, whether you've got something like Home Business Academy, which also works quite well with My Lead Gen Secret, or if you're working with something like Multiple Income Funnel, that also works quite well with My Lead Gen Secret. Or if you want to do what I'm doing, which is I have all of those opportunities, I promote them consistently, but I don't often use My Lead Gen Secret. And the reason is I want that consistent message to my email list, to my Lead Gen Secret list. I want to be promoting one thing, and I want to share that one thing with everyone, right? Or those one or two things. And so, the other thing to know is that, if you are going to get people who are going to drop out of your email list, but you're always going to have the same number of leads, right? So for example, let's say I have 8,000 leads today, and I send an email and 5 people unsubscribe. Tomorrow, when I get 8,100 leads because I get an additional 100, the 5 people that dropped out, I'm going to get 5 new people in addition. So in effect, I'm going to get another 105 subscribers, because I'm going to get 100 new people and 5 that are going to replace the ones that have fallen off, right? So with that in mind, if you're interested, couple of options. I will put the link in the description for both ClickBank and My Lead Gen Secret. Feel free to sign up on your own and start on your own mission. Or if you want a little bit of support and a little bit of help in kind of getting started, if you have a few questions, if you're not sure, number one, if this is the best opportunity for you, or if you want to explore different opportunities, I'm happy to work with you and help you to find ones that suit your budget, that suit your interests, all of those sorts of things. Feel free to pop me an email. My email will be in the description below as well. But feel free to get started with My Lead Gen Secret as well. The other thing about My Lead Gen Secret is there are some good affiliate income opportunities. If you decide to promote My Lead Gen Secret itself, if you get 5 people referred to your My Lead Gen Secret account in a week, you'll get a $100 bonus. So there are some really nice bonuses there as well. So take a look. Let me know if you have any additional questions or you want to chat through anything specifically. Feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will speak to you guys in the next video. Until then, bye for now.